I'm glad to be back here on the big stage, here with you, and we're gonna cast the finals sa Outbreak.
I love being on the big screen as a shoutcaster with Inrelaifu.
And I'm here with Vinz Gochan, aka Moldbreaker, here in Outbreak Cebu 2025.
Let's hear it, Outbreak. How are we feeling about these two players? We have. Wow, can you switch to their players, please?
The players right now is
So we have Znivs on the left here, our Cebu representative from the Lower Ridge Lechonks. Also, we just got confirmation from, well, we've been playing with him forever, but turns out he looks a lot like Wolf.
the Wolfie from Cebu.
Wolfie!
It's Wolfie! And we have Big Daddy Billy, Kubi, the big boss in Kitakami Brewmasters. Shout out to PGP, shout out to Summer League and GPTF.
So these two players are going to be competing for two very nice trophies actually over there. So, oh well, we'll see. There's a lot of pressure here for Znivs here, Vinz. So he has to defend the title in Cebu, whereas Billy, the father there of Kitakami Brewmasters, is definitely trying to take it away from Region 7. So will they be successful, Earl?
I don't know. We don't know. Whatever the script writers will do or write, or how will this game be a cinema. And we don't know what will happen. Both of these players crawled back from the bottom to the top from a very fierce battle from all of the challengers that came here in Cebu, and also the players that defended Cebu. Here on stage right now, Vinz, the defender, and QB, the conqueror. Now the team is on the screen. Vince, please explain your defender's team sheet right now.
Let's take a quick look. He's definitely the Wolfie of Cebu. From you see right there in the middle of the screen, it's Incineroar. Strangely enough, he is using an assault vest variant, unlike his namesake Wolfie, who normally does not use an assault vest. He is using Miraidon and Lunala here, but it appears he's using the electric seed Lunala with white card. It can be a little passive, but then overall it's a very aggressive team, especially for Selena there. Urshifu right there in the back with the choice man, by the way. So this Ursaluna and Urshifu are going to hit very hard. And the support from the Whimsicott looks like it's going to be doing some very hard carrying. That encore looks like something to watch for, so I'm sure Kubi will probably have something to find for it, but both these players are going to have to think very well with regards to both offense and defense.
And right now, QB's team, Miraidon, Shempao, Zamazenta, Volcarona, Grimsnarl, Ironhands. And as I can see on this team packs a punch with the setup, with the defense on that Zamazenta and the oppression from the Miraidon and the attack coming from the Shempao and the setup coming from the Volcarona and the disruption support coming from the Ironhands with the Grimsnarl. This Vince, both of these teams they have answers to both of their opponents. Which team or which duo do you think that will prevail in this finals match?
Well, I don't think I'm looking more at the duels, but I'm looking at all the support Pokemon around. Volcarona looks like it's going to be a problem. But then again, Incineroar is always a problem. And then we have to remember that Iron Hands has won every national, or rather every world it has been legal in. So will it be doing the same thing here in Outbreak? Will Iron Hands be taking it? Or will the tried and true Incineroar be taking it as well? So let's see. It's actually interesting. Both teams look prepared for each other. I'd say it's fairly balanced, but this can swing either team's favor.
And right now, both players are now checking in their team, leading their first, their third, their fourth. Remember, everyone, that doubles VGC is good for 6 Pokemon, but you have to only equip 4. So the mind games, the knowledge of these trainers to their Pokemons, to their teams. While they are picking their teams, can I hear a cheer from the Pokemon VGC community here in Outbreak? That's a live crowd. Thank you, everyone. We love you, Kubi! We love you, Wolfie! Let's go! Wolfie next Cebu!
Okay, so with only 36 seconds on the clock, both players seem to be locking in their choices now. A little distracted from the cheers of the crowd, but I'm sure both of them are ready. Earl, who do you think is gonna? How do you think this is gonna play out?
What I think it's going to play out is that the first turn will be the crucial turn, as both players have answers to both of their opponent's team. It's like they have the tools for each one, but each one can also unlock their weakness. So what I'm expecting is that the first turn will matter, the mid game will matter, and the mid game will dictate the final and last turn on this match. And right now we're gonna start our game one for the best of three. Vinz versus Kubi!
Both players are playing on the beach. Kubi was on start that is 8 defensive war, whereas Lumala and Miraidon can have for Znivs a rather offensive war. So both these players do have answers for each other, but that Vinz now looks like it has a little more utility. Then again, the trick room from Rinala here could be a problem as well.
And as I can see here, Vince, that Vince or Wolfie Mexico also opted for the normal combination duo on Lunala and Miraida. Lunala as the utility on this team, and Kubi wants to take the tempo, wants to put up walls, wants to put up the defense in order for this double restriction from Vince to not deal more damage or to not inflict as much damage as Kubi wants for his late game damage sweeper.
So it is interesting. Grim's not here. He's can't really do whatever he wants. But some sense, he's probably what we do have. So it's gonna be an interesting thing on how the and as the light screen does go on.
And we see a light screen coming from Kubi's Grim's now, making that electro drift not deal as much, but it dealt a chunk on that Zamazenta.
Not the press does come out with Zamazenta, and it does just as much damage. But Moon guys also
that Zamazenta is so chunky, survived both electro drift and signature move. That Moon Guy's beam from Lunala. Vince, what is happening right now? It's so bulky on the stage. No one is dying.
you did have to check though that Subway right on is significantly faster than Zamazenta. So if it was a takedown that Zamazenta now is the control. Kubi, I don't think is not happen. Grips are out there, not much to do. The only thing you can probably do is anything you can get rid of the spirit break, but it's still gonna go slow. Grip won't be too much of a help for the late game. And on their way, probably will only hurt the Ronala, but Ronala wants to continue pushing.
And we see here a defensive protect coming from Zamazenta, but we don't know if this Grimstar will deal as much damage as that Zamazenta. But Electrodrift was opted to that Zamazenta, which protected with no damage a Spirit Break, breaking the ability of Lunala and making its special attack fail in one stage. But Lunala used Trick Room in this turn, setting up for his backdoor sweepers.
Interestingly, how the speeds have reversed, so Subway will not have the speed to do anything in this group. However, Lunala has Kubi's Pokemon now that set the center, so no matter what one of Snip's Pokemon will be, one of his Pokemon is definitely going faster, whether it be Trick Room or out of Trick Room. But then again, there's always an answer to each of them. And it appears that Subway is right on. He's probably not going to win this Trick Room.
Vince, we have to know that when the Trick Room was up, that Miraidon is still the fastest thing on the field, but it got switched out. As we can see, Ursaluna, the Alpha, coming in the team, and that Gusha is still packing on Spirit Break on that Lunala.
That special attack drop is probably going to be enough. So as many guys can be going to damage.
It took out that Zamazenta, Vince. But we have to know that that death was not in vain, because Kubi has a safe switch in to the Zamazenta slot, and we will see now what Pokemon do Kubi has in store for us.
Interesting. There's the Chen Hao, but this Chen Hao is also significantly fast, but then in Trick Room it is a lot slow. Kubi be part of the Brewmasters here is facing down the very Pokemon on his ship.
And Vince, we have to remember that that Ursaluna is a somewhat of a variant of their model logo for their team, the Kitakami Brewmaster, which is Ursaluna Blood Moon.
Right, so Ursaluna is doing the fastest thing in Cebu, and it's kind of free to do whatever you want. However, we have to remember that Chen Pao has a focus action. So, is it going to be coming down with Chen Pao, or will we be seeing some kind of adjustment that Group Star is still there, and the Reflect is still available to Kubi. However, he still doesn't have much return ability, but we do see a Terra.
We see a Terra going for that Lunala. That Lunala is going to be very tight in this match, as we can see here on the stage as it shows off its amazing animation, and we see here another Terra going to the Chen Pao, going for a stellar Terra, Vince.
The Terra Stellar comes out from Chen Pao, damage to practically every move he does. The shot does hit Chen Pao, but critical hit that did not happen.
Because
sometimes the group doesn't matter.
it has the focus side, and it can still attack, but that Spirit Break is now an annoying thing on the field right now.
Moongrass does come out from the Lunala, and it targets Chen Pao, sealing the
It
game.
ended Chen Pao's journey, Vince. It has yet to make a move.
Unfortunately, that Terra was wasted on that turn. He was going to have to do some adjustments to that, considering the offensive pieces on the field are still extremely impressive. Both Lunala and Ursaluna here are incredibly difficult to deal with, and seeing the Iron Hands come out instead of his second restricting, that is an interesting choice, definitely.
Indeed, Vince, as we can see here, that QB is down to 2 Pokemon, and Vince is still at 4. Can QB pull a Tyrant move that he can still throw out to this deficit? Shout out to Tyrant here, one of our World Representative 2023 in Japan.
Right, so we do see here that, jeez, so the Ursaluna and the Iron Hands should have the same speed, unless the speed values for these Pokemon are not zero, so these two Pokemon should be the slowest Pokemon available. However, Znivs does pull back Ursaluna, sending out, of course,
The Incineroar, Vince. Wolfie's Incineroar. Wolfie. And the Grimmsnarl set up for a Reflect, which lowers down all physical moves, but that Iron Hands is benefiting from that Hadron Engine.
Interesting here, triggering has been reversed, so the speeds are back to normal, and the electricity has disappeared back. The part drive of the Iron Hands, he no longer has a speed boost. He still speed ties with the Ursaluna. Reflect is up. Burger, the Incineroar here, is free to do whatever he wants. He has intimidated the Iron Hand, and Znivs still has all 4 Pokemon, so again, will we be seeing this Iron Hand just developing? Then as Grimmsnarl is a incredible aspect of that, as we look at it. Again, both these players are going to have to make massive adjustments. Big Out does come out from the Incineroar.
And we see a good Thunder Wave connecting into that Lunala, which has double special attack. And we are cheering for a Parahax on this, everyone. But we will see a Lunala use a Moonblast on that Grimmsnarl, but it did not deal that much damage due to the special attack drop on Spirit Break.
Let's remember that despite the -2 on Lunala is still doing massive amounts of damage. About 35 perhaps, 20% there. Iron Hands does its item knockoff, so it no longer has access to that. So
This is a kind of a problem in terms of QB side of the field, Vince, because that Assaultless is one of a critical ingredient for the puzzle into that Iron Hands dominating in his favor. But right now, it's not click on the Iron Hands because it got knocked off. And another Spirit Break going to that Lunala slot, making its special attack down even further.
interesting, Znivs does have access to all of his Pokemon, like this, what's done its job. He does have the power to switch out Lunala, but then it will never be a clean switch in. So what is the -3 Ronaldo do? I mean, he is super effective. There's middle class, and he's super effective against both the Iron Hands and the Ghost now. However, if this continues, then his damage just keeps going lower. What's he going to do? How is he going to close out any KOs?
I don't know, Vince. Maybe we shall hope for a crit. But we don't want that. We want this on less RNG side on the game to make it more intense. And let's see if this Iron Hands can handle the Miraidon's pressure. And we see a dazzling green going to kill that Brimstone.
Also doing massive amount of damage to the Iron Hands. But now we have a low Iron Hands taking out Subway and Miraidon. But again, while Reflect is still up, with the Red Screen going counter, I did not notice.
I did not notice also, Vince. But that Punara is still packing a punch to the Iron Hands because of the Assault Vest was knocked out during the last turn. And we will see an Ursa Luna. We don't know what will happen. There is a chance for QB to come back. And there is also a chance for Vince to close this game out and go for 1-0. But we don't know. A Drink Punch coming from the 18! Will it matter? Will it matter? Will Iron Hands gain a lot of HP from that Vince?
Well, when you look at the facade does come out, it's still up. And despite the Reflect being up, it was just too aggressive for the Iron Hands. And game 1 will be taken by Wolfie ng Cebu.
Wolfie ng Cebu took great game number 1, but
Do the pose, Wolfie. Do the pose.
do the pose. Let's go, Wolfie! Let's go, Wolfie! And also,
Here is going to have to make some adjustments. He's seen what the Wolfie of Cebu has managed to do, so I don't think he's going to take that sitting down.
he's not going down on a whim, Vince. QB has a lot of experience and lot of this pressure. He is not familiar, he is not new to this kind of pressure right now. He's been in multiple top cuts and he has it. He has the answer on this game too. When he formulates his team, his leads, and he needs to beat Vince to take this to 1-1 and make it game 3.
Well, hopefully he can take game 2, that way this can be decided game 3. But however, on Znivs side, I don't think that it's over there wants this to go into a game 3 situation. I'm sure he wants to post this right here, right now. So, will we be seeing adjustments from both players, or will this be overthought? So, again, we do notice that Kubi from last game did not bring both of his restricted. Was that a mistake? Probably not. We don't know. But he only brought Zamazenta that last game. And well, Znivs led with both Lunala and Miraidon at the same time. Will we be seeing an adjustment there? We really don't know until it starts. So, how do you, Earl? Do you think there should be any adjustments? How would you?
Yes, Vince, there is a lot of adjustments that QB has to make, as we can see in our past matches. On the way I check their teams, I check their matches. They have adjustments on the next games. They will not give this as a free win. They have to let their opponents to earn if they want to win. And we are going to game 2 on this finals match. Vince versus QB. Will QB take it to 1-1, or Vince will close it out to 2-0?
And we do not do league adjustments, adjustments on which side. On both sides, actually, so Miraidon comes up in front, rather than Nala and the Brimstone comes up in front, rather than the Pokemon in the back are anyone's guess at this point. Electric Seed does come up for Nala and Doctor's Shield boost from Zamazenta. Now, both players know they probably have a rough idea of these Pokemon can do each other, so they're weak, but again, this can go in any direction.
I know, Vince, this can go to any direction right now. But we have to know that both of these players know their calcs now because they have felt it in game number 1. And I'm sure that QB has the answers, has the calculations, has the tech to suppress the oppression coming from Vince's side of the field.
And on that side, I'm sure he knows it now. So he knows what works and what does not. So as long as he keeps up his momentum, he should be fine. So the adjustments here have to come from QB.
And we will see right now the first star of the second game coming from that Miraidon going to Terra Fairy.
Interestingly, both of Vince's Pokemon here are very because both of his restricted art form. Let's see if it does come back out from the Grimstar, just how fast it came out. But will we be seeing or the electric grip does come again for that representative as we know it only feels about 60-70%.
Indeed, and that body press will deal a chunk but not put Miraidon on the yellow HP, and that Moonblast going for that Green Snarl.
Interestingly, those were different targets in the second half of that turn compared to the very first round. So now will we be seeing
You can paralyze an electric dragon when it's Terran, Vinz. It's not electric type anymore. It can be paralyzed, and it's out on the field on the bench today. Miraidon Terra Fairy. Let's go.
And that was definitely how the tables definitely turned. And Moonblast is still not that effective against that Grimstar. However, Ursaluna does come out.
Now coming out of the field, but this Ursaluna needs a setup, and we don't know what kind of tech Vince has in store in this round. But for me, QB is now sitting on the offensive side of the field. We don't know what will happen on this turn. Will it? Can it set up Trick Room, Vince, or can it not set up Trick Room?
Well, either way, whether Trick Room comes up or not, that Ursaluna is an eyesore in the QB, I'm sure. But it needs that life orb.
Indeed.
It needs that life orb. I mean that flame orb. It needs the burn.
Because that Ursaluna is on the Zamazenta side, the Zamazenta's offensive side right now. But that Zamazenta targeted the Lunala, and a Spirit Break going to that Lunala, also putting its special attack down.
The turn does finally come up for both the Ursaluna and the Lunala. And remember that Grimmsnarl is also quite slow on the opposing side. The Flame Orb finally activates, giving Ursaluna that Guts boost. It will now do massive amounts of damage. Regarding who its target is going to be, that leaves a lot to be desired. So it does have access to Earthboard, so it has access to literally deleting everything on the field right now. And White Guard is on Lunala enough to block that Earthboard. But then it also cannot be paralyzed. There's another ground punch that can be electric, right? So again, it's Zamazenta is that does come up with Zamazenta.
Zamazenta Protect checking out the Ursaluna's targeting right now, and we see a Grimmsnarl Reflect making the physical attack much more will not deal that much damage on QB's side of the field, Vince.
And we do see Ursaluna slam into the top and attack comes up from the Zamazenta. But even with that -1, Lunala manages to take out the annoyance of that Grimmsnarl. So I mean, it's already done its job. It managed to secure the KO on the Baron. Let's set up both screens. And it's reduced Lunala's special attack by 1 level. Now, the question is, Trick Room is still up. And we have to remember that the Drain Punch from Iron Hands last game was not enough to take out the Ursaluna. And we have to remember, still, with Trick Room up, that Ursaluna is currently the first thing that is moving. Zamazenta just did protect last turn, so it's going to be dicey for a second.
Yeah, you're right, Vince, and we don't know what will happen on this round. Will it be the regular flow chart build, or there will be a tech switches on both sides of the field? Because on this turn, one Pokemon will be knocked out for sure, or shall we see a double protect going in? But we don't know, Vince. This is such an intense match to cast, and everyone is on their feet on this turn, Vince.
Interestingly, the Gel now does still have his focus touch, so there is a little leeway so long as he doesn't get double.
And we will see a Terra going to that Zamazenta slot, making it Terra Water.
Terra Water comes out for Zamazenta. Making sure, well, it's no longer weak to that headlong rush. White Guard comes out from the Lunala, so with White Guard coming out, there can only be one coming out from that Ursaluna. Sucker Punch comes out and fails because it's targeting the Lunala, and Ursaluna does in fact Earthquake.
It will be hitting two Pokemon on Kubi side of the field except for Nagala because it used rather that quick matter Vinz. It put Zamazenta out on the field right now.
Script writers are definitely writing that script, so we now see that the Gen Power has been weakened. Electricity is gone from the field. If Iron Hands is the last Pokemon on Kubi's side, it no longer has access to that Warp type, and it is in fact the Iron Hands. He did not bring the other restricting as well, so this is an interesting way it's going to unfold. So Iron Hands is super effective with its Drain Punch towards both Ursaluna and whatever anything that Snakes wants to do, but Lunala is a ghost.
Indeed, Vince, but we will not forget that this Iron Hands has its support on the Shampoo, making it still pack a punch without that Hadron Engine ability on the field, making the field an electric terrain.
It's interesting though that the Lunala is a -1.
And we will see right now a Lunala switch to Burger, the Incineroar.
Luffy never leaves home without it.
And right now it's intimidating both of QB's team, and we see that Ursaluna going for a protect.
Fake Out does come out and it snaps the Ursaluna, unable to do anything. Now, actually the Incineroar coming out is also going to Fake Out. Icicle crashes into nothing with the Ursaluna protecting. And the burn damage though, but right now that Ursaluna is looking very dangerous.
And I think right now another 2v3 from both players, and I hope they take us to game 3 because I want to cast more of this match, Vinz.
Right. Okay, the interesting thing here is that this is the last turn of Trico. These Pokemon will no longer be the fastest things on the field after this. Gen Power, but we have to remember that Gen Power is also living on. Well, let's just say he's not doing good.
He's not doing great, he's on the line. And we will see a fake up going through the Chen Pao. And the Ursaluna Headlong Rush. Will it kill Iron Hands? It killed Iron Hands. And now, can QB climb up to this steep slope with that dominating Ursaluna on the field? And Chen Pao flinched and could not move. Vince, was that a speed tie?
I would say that was in fact the speed tie, because I would say the Iron Hands moved faster last time. And
we have our champion!
See the forfeit coming from Kubi, the player from Cebu,
has defended its region. Wolfie from Cebu! Let's go!
That Incineroar was playing that last game.
I know it has answers, and Vince managed to pull off to unlock its secret to victory to QB's team. Vince.
That was an incredible final match. I am happy to have casted it with you, Earl.
I'm also happy to cast it with you, Vince. I'm so hyped. I'm still on the sugar rush right now. It's so tense, Vince.
I was wishing for a game 3 like you, but then I think Znivs would not have wanted the game 3 there. So congratulations to both our players, both first and second place. You guys did an amazing job, man. That was an amazing game to watch.
That was an amazing game. Good job, everyone. Good job, everyone who has participated and supported this event. Thank you very much, and I'm also proud, and I appreciate it. Everyone here, appreciate it very much.
So, shout outs to Neo VGC over here, and to the Tyrant King of PGA.
This was a fun experience with Moldbreaker. Thank you very much.
Yes, thank you for coming, everyone. I'm happy to have hosted, well, with my team, the entire event, and I'm happy to cast with you, Earl, especially, and I'm happy for the players who, this is all for you guys, so I'm happy that everyone's having a good time and having great matches.
Yes, and what I can say, Vince, is that we will be back and we will be inviting you to
We will gladly answer the call.
Thank you very much.
So with that, we will be signing off and speak on to the next Shoutcasters for the grand finals of Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. So again, thank you for casting, Earl.
Thank you, Vince. That was a good one. Bye-bye, everyone.